what do you facilitate? Facility is also important.
On this regard, I say most of the people who would be listening this postcard, they may be traveling to India.
How do you predict that where the predators are going to come, and how do you know that? Just give an insight of this safari to us.
Okay, now, I can't guarantee first of all because we are intruding in their world.
What should they start with?
Okay, now see one thing, wildlife photography is an art. There are many parts in the photography. Example, documentation.
Hi, welcome to Inspire from Reality. As we promise, in every episode, we bring somebody who has a story that connects with us, that story that leaves a mark on us, story that inspires us. Today, as you can see me, I'm dressed in a special way because I'm bringing the incredible India story, the story of Indian culture, heritage, wildlife, through the lens of Rakesh. We'll welcome him. First of all, I want to do the justice by reading his biography, reading his proper introduction because he deserves this respect from us. Rakesh Arora is a geologist by profession and a wildlife photographer by passion, seamlessly blending science, art, and exploration. His deep understanding of landscape and ecosystem gives him a unique eye for capturing wildlife in their most authentic moments. For decades, he has traveled across Indian forests and wilderness, guided by patience, respect, and a profound love for nature. As mentor, Rakesh is known for his calm teaching technology and ability to simplify complex techniques, helping photographer at all levels to grow in both skills and the vision. Through his captured photography tours, he creates an impressive, ethical wildlife experience that highlights animal behavior, conservation, and a rich cultural context of each landscape. Continually evolving as an artist and guide, Rakesh remains dedicated to one purpose, inspiring others to experience and connect with the wildlife in its truest form. So, Rakesh also is a founder of Rap Safari. Let's welcome Rakesh to our Inspire from Reality. Welcome, Rakesh.
Thank you, Alkaji, and I'm really thankful to Wonder Lab Studios. So getting me here and giving me my experience, my thoughts, my journey of my life, how I began. And literally, I'm looking forward to have good questions. And after that, if you have any questions for Alkaji, please ask the questions from her and I'll give the reply.
Definitely.
Thank you very much once again to Wonder Lab and you.
Rakesh, you have been really inspiring to me. I met you a couple of months back, but since then I have been really following your journey, and I have seen how you are inspiring other people to visit Indian wilderness. But we'll come to that. Before we start anything at Inspire from Reality, we always start with our past because that is what inspired us to be what we are today. Our struggles, our wins, our vision, and everything is shaped with our experience. So let's start. Tell us about where you were born, what was your education, then what you did with it, and how did you come to Australia? And after being in Australia, how did you pick up being a wildlife photographer, and then right now you run a safari? Please give us a look into your life.
It's a very big past, Alkaji. And I tell you, I have never had downs in my life. I was just up, up, up. I started my studies in Baroda, which is Gujarat, known now as Vadodara, schooling. When I was in 6th standard, my dad, there was a Sainik school, the Indian government used to run Sainik schools where kids were trained to go into that Sainik school and get trained to join Army, Navy or Air Force. That is armed forces. So that time my father was in Navy. He retired actually, and he was working with Post and Telegraphs Department, that is Indian department. So that time his salary was 900 rupees. I'm talking about 60s or something. So you can understand. He said, you want to go to Sainik school? I said yes, because my dad was in Navy. So I tell you one thing, in the house, we had a discipline. So whenever our hairs used to go bigger, he used to go to the barber and get it cut. Go to the barber and get it cut. Oh, Dad, I had my younger, we had two brothers. So there was a competition, and that competition was in collector's office in Vadodara, and I went there, gave the exam. I was in 6th standard, And then my father said, would you able to go to Jamnagar? Before I went, yes, I said it is 600 kilometers and by train. And that time there were huge, there was not like what you call Samsonite bags. There were huge trunks.
Yes. The steel,
Steel.
metal
Yeah,
trunks.
metal
Yeah.
trunks and all that. And only one lock. And that lock was of Navtal or that sort of thing. So I went there, went exam, got selected. And I came first in that competition.
Wow.
And government of Gujarat gave me a scholarship. That was first, they said, you top. So my father said, you give me, Dad, I'm not an educationist. I didn't study much. But that time my father said, you have a brain. Because, in olden days, gulli danda, we used to play marbles.
Yes.
We used to play kho, that type of games. And I was always out. And Gujarat had a very good festival, Makkar Sankranti,
Yes.
Uttaran.
The
Just now
kite
gone
festival,
kite.
yes.
So we used to be whole day out running, looting kites, getting, So I went there, I went to the school. It was good journey in the school. I was in army school, getting more discipline.
Wow.
Daily morning, 5 o'clock, get up, get ready, 6:30 parade. Then you go to the school, evening sports. I was best boxer in senior school. I played sports, soccer and all that. That was the time when I came to know what a people journey can have in a boarding school. Because in a home, if your kid is there, he's most, you pamper him. If he does not get any, he cries. So I was just alone, and every time, daily 5 o'clock, get up, get dressed, army uniform, go to the parade, come back. That passed, tried my exams is National Defense Academy, Indian Military Academy, which is the basic source of getting into armed forces. Never cleared that. I don't know why. So from there, done. I studied bachelor's geology in MS University, Baroda. I passed. I was always a higher second class student because I used to play sports. I represented MS University in soccer, in cricket, in hockey. When these sports were not being played, we used to play badminton and all that. Reason was that my father had his background of his family manufacturing sporting goods. So that always made me inclined to get into it. So I was always 59% or 59. I never got first class. So when I did bachelor's in geology, so to get into master's, you ought to go into the merit list. So that time, our geology department, who was the dean, Mr. Mayor, Dr. Mayor, he always had a fancy about me. He said, yeah, you play also and you study also, that's enough. Nobody can do that. You go into the universities, I represented Gujarat state, everything. That was the whole story. I still believe that were my laurels. I remember sometimes in my hard days when I'm alone, I said, yeah, those were very good. So masters, I didn't get admission. So Dr. Meher, SS Meher, he got me admission in MSc in Nainital. That is masters in. And there...
Nainital as in you went to south?
No, north.
North.
In
Yes.
Uttarakhand.
Yes.
And there, Dr. K.S. Waldia was there. And another renowned geologist and a strict geologist and a dean. So he said, Rakesh, welcome to DSB College. And I think you don't go to this glamorous world of Nainital because it's a honeymoon place. Study. Otherwise, I'll kick you out. That's what it is. So I had to study. There was no other alternative. And then I did before completing MSc, we have to do research thesis. So we did a research on Ramgarh thrust, which comes from Munshari, Pithoragarh, all to where Ramganga, it goes to Kaladungi, then it goes to Kis. So this was geology. We had to walk, we have to go on fields.
And you're talking about
Uttarakhand hills.
Yeah.
Went, studied, got higher second class, came back home, no job.
Uttarakhand that time was in Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh, yes. Yeah, it just got separated. Came home, Alkaji. Then my father said, now what? Because my father was working affiliation with Oil and Natural Gas Commission.
Yeah.
Because that post and telegraph, that time, it was telegraph. You have to telegraph it. There was no WhatsApp message, something. So you do tuck, 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 something.
Yep.
And he had good contacts because, after all, as a human being, my parent, they would also had to pass time.
Yep.
So they had their friends. So they used to play rummy and cards in the evening.
Yes.
So things were like that. He told one of his friends, my son has just masters in geology. He should get, okay, we'll try for ONGC. All false hope were given, get in. Nahi hua. Then I got an opportunity to be a medical rep with Kedila because of my presentation, because of my adopting new things very early, and collaborating as a team and all that. So in 82, I did my master's. 83, I was home 6 months. Then I joined Kedila Laboratories, medical rep
Yep.
for Baroda. And I did for till 2 years, 84. And that journey, medical rep, was amazing. I used to meet good doctors, gynecologist, heart specialist, you have orthopedic surgeons. And Kedila used to make amazing products, health products for that time. And that time, I think Mr. Manmohan Singh was a prime minister, and he opened up I hope you know, he opened up foreign collaborations to come to India.
Yes.
Mr. Manmohan Singh was there. And I don't know who was
That time when all those reforms were happening in the finances of India.
I don't know who. I think Mr. Ahluwalia was the finance minister that time, the Sikh guy. Beautiful, wonderful. Okay, that's fine. People say he was a puppet of Sonia Gandhi. That's a different story. But he worked for India. Then, Sam Pitoda was there when phone, PS, I don't remember, the PSD depots used to come, we used to do trunk calls and
Yes,
that time Sam Pitoda came in. So that was the opening. And I remember a very good incident in Kerala. I used to meet my job sincerely. I said, 10 doctors we have to meet every day, report it, fill it, and come back. In doctors, what did you meet them? You narrate the products by there is a album you narrate and you give samples for the poor people. That is normally procedure for the medical rep. So that time, Bayer, a German company, was coming up with Myosin. That was a hard product. In India, that product was only sold by Bayer. So Kedila, Pfizer, and Glaxo came up with the product because of our Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh, came up with Myovin. So that was the launch. And the name was Depin, Dipin. And that time I had already got married and my wife was to give a birth when that promotion came. So I went to the doctors. So I said, doctors, doctors, as you are a journalist, you have got a combination, telepathy of hand and brain. So doctors, they don't remember the products, but that's a telepathy of brain and the hand. They keep on writing. So I said, doctors, give me 10 products, only day for Depin. He said, why? I said, I'll get a chance to go to Singapore. And I have not traveled in flights. I've always traveled in third class. Because that time, father, there was no affordability.
Yes, we all have been through that,
So that's all. And that time I got a news, my wife gave a birth and I put his name as Depin.
Okay.
Because that promotion of 3 months got me to go to Singapore. Oh, wow. And I just wanted 10 prescriptions, and that products can only be written by either cardiologist or MD. MBBS never used to write because they were not specialists. So
this is the year which year?
I'm talking 82.
82, wow.
82, 83. And suddenly my ASM, area sales manager, Mark, called me. What did you do? How could you do so much? Did you do something wrong? I said, no, but I only gave this trick. So they said, as a Punjabi guy, he abused me. He said, you are naughty. You know how to deal. I said, yes. So when doctors started prescribing, I used to give them the products which they never used to prescribe because we used to get huge samples. So Salfalate, I used to give them Salfalate, which is asthmatic product.
Yes.
Then I used to give Oxalgin, which is a dental product. So then I used to tell doctors don't sell it, give it to the people who can't afford it. And I did. And I got a job in Government of Gujarat as a geologist then.
Wow.
that was I never wanted to go, but my father said, it's a government job. You'll be happy.
We all do that. All our parents and everybody says, government job, do it. Your life is secure.
Yeah. And I was posted as a geologist. We were junior geologists because you have to go from that rank, junior to a senior, assistant junior, then senior and all that. Then you go up. So I was placed at such a places where you can't imagine, never dreamt of staying there. Villages where bridges were being constructed. I was there, Narmada Dam.
Yep.
Big dam constructed. We were the pioneers who were doing logging of the foundation of the stones when drilling used to happen.
Wow.
So, not me means a team of
Group.
geologists.
Yes, you are a part of the team.
Yeah, so we were doing logging. Sample used to come us for testing. The testing, it was beautiful. We used to do microscopy, then we used to do by hand, then we used to do sand analysis, and then we used to make a report. But the credit always used to be taken by senior geologist. So that was time. Then I joined research and development division that is called Gujarat Engineering Research. They transferred me there. It was close to Baroda. I used to travel 3 hours every day up and down to Surat. Then I went to Godhra. Godhra was also really, you will be impressed how people worked there. We were transferred because that time in Gujarat there was drought. If you remember. 83 or something. So they said, no, 86 or something. They said, okay, drought, we want to put tube wells in the villages to get water. So who would go there? An engineer and the geologist, because the drilling, it's 60 feet under earth and all that. And we know core, mental, geology. And then that sample used to come. We were in the night. The driller used to call us, sir, we have done 60, come and do the logging. We can't go more. Is that? I said, you have to go. We have not, according to reports and all, the geology of it, the water is not available. Because the water, as in Sydney also you see, the depth of the water is low. And if you read Sydney, it is called Surat Basin as a geologist. It's a Surat Basin because first Sydney was a part of a Gondwana land when India, New Zealand, they were. I hope you remember. People, I hope if they should remember what is Gondwana. It is, I'm talking 2.5 million trillion.
Before they drifted apart.
Played.
Yes, they were the same land,
So that tectonic, I did logging, came back. Good. I worked in Indian Space Research Organization on remote sensing projects. Because now it was getting harder for government to put money for gypsy travel. And they said, okay, this is the remote sensing. You're getting maps from satellites because that time satellites were there. And that satellites were operated by America. India didn't have a satellite then. So we used to study maps, then drought prediction. Then you have crop estimations. We learned that. How do you estimate crop from seeing the maps? It's something we have to learn.
So being in that one, how did you come to Australia? Like I see there's a lot involved with work, like hardcore work there. Then how did it even strike to you to come to Australia?
In 1992, one of my friends applied for Australia and he was with us as a junior geologist sitting. We were 4 guys sitting here, 4 in geophysical, 4 some different sections. So he said, I'm going to Belgium. That time in 92, Belgium, Scandinavian countries and Australia and New Zealand opened up the migration. The migration was stopped because of that nuclear explosion which India did in Pokhran. If you remember, 70s or something. So all migrations. So in 92 it opened again. And he got the application and that time was 250 rupees.
But still, that time 250 was
enough.
Huge money,
So he came here.
Now you don't get anything in 250 rupees.
And all of them said, Digvijay Singh, he's no more. He passed away last year with a heart cardiac arrest. He was the pioneer. He made all our geologists, you go back to us. Let's go. Simple, it's simple. You see the model list now, you call model list is there. So everybody applied and within 3 months everybody got visa. But I came in 99. I filled the form. We got married, kids. My father said, if you want to go, you go. I can't, you want to grow. 99, All they came here, nobody got job in geologist.
Ah, okay.
So they tried putting flyers, cutting grass, putting concrete. That time government used to give some unemployment allowance, and they used to live. I'm telling you the truth. They used to live in one house where two families used to live because the cost was there. No jobs, no jobs. So if I go for the interview, he will give me the train ticket. Oh, you go. There is a place there. You go for the interview. Now all those guys are multi-millionaires in Sydney, and they are on in railways. Some are of them in IT. So in '99 January, my visa got rejected, and I asked British consul in India, why did it get rejected? They didn't answer. I said, I think you didn't reserve my papers properly. And one of my friends here, he's with Indian Sydney Trains, and he said, write a letter that I posted you this, that. And bloody hell, within 3 months, you have to fly in September, you go and do the medical, and
Oh,
you get the
wow.
visa. And it was state citizen, permanent residency. 3 months, it was June, I got it, July, August, September. How to wind up things?
But you didn't come with your family here?
Yeah, I came. I wanted to come alone. My father said, I'm not here to preserve your
care.
family. You take your family. My son was 7 years old. My daughter was 2 years.
And you came without any job?
Without any job, but we had the friends. I was staying with those friends somewhere 3 months. I can name that guy's name is Mr. Charanjit Singh Bamra. He's an amazing person. His wife, his family. They gave me what my even relatives couldn't give me.
Wow.
And I have other guys, Rajesh Parikh, Ajay Seth, Mr. Tarun Patel, Mushtaq Sheikh, all of these friends, because they also came like this.
Correct.
And everyone used to make everybody settle.
Yes.
But, that was amazing period. And because of that education, all that, one of Charanjit told me, you apply in railways. And that was in October. And I got the job in November, straight away. The reason being was being a geologist. I knew mapping. I had worked on Arc Info and remote sensing. So that time, Sydney Trains was not there. It is Sydney Railways. They said, he's intelligent. He knows everything about. But 3 months, I worked in 131,500 call center. Because they used to work on Arc Info.
Correct.
So if you still call me now and you said me, I'm in Epping and I want to go to Sydney, I'll give you the train timetable. I remember that. So that was time we worked. Night I used to come back from the call center, join railways in February because you have a time of 3 months when the course starts. 3 months I did 131,500. Then they delayed the joining date. Then I joined Telstra. Then I joined Hospital Contributions Fund. So I know how medical industry works here, everything. Joined railways. So,
Then how did you got interest, like now coming back? So you have been here being a geologist, then working in the railway, having kids, family here without work or with that much of amount of money sustaining. It's an expensive country to stay. Even then it was, today it is. Then how did you got back to wildlife photography? That's again a different dimension for you together.
Amazing question, Alka. But one thing is there that you can't, if you say that I'm educated and I'll stay with this, no. I had an always habit to upgrade my brain, to learn something. As you have a passion of talking, reading books, talking to people, arranging programs and all that. So you get acquainted to these people. So because of being a geologist in the field, environment and all that, I used to travel to India. Amazing part was what do you do in India? You go to relatives,
Yes.
have curries, food.
You go into food coma and relative coma.
And then this thing was going on. And just as you said, I came here, I had $500 in my pocket. But those 4 or 5 friends whom I named them, they was always used to support them. They used to feed me. They used to take me everywhere. Then I moved to different. So they used to come with car. I didn't have a car that time. They used to come out. You want to get ration, Indian ration and all that. So that support was given by the community. So I want to give back to the community. That was my pro. So that thing entered me. And I used to do jobs, early morning shifts in railways, coming to your point, photography. And I used to come back at 10 and 11 o'clock because you start at 2:30, 8-hour shifts, early morning, 10, 11. Wife is going for a job. She was working in a childcare. And what do you do? Kids are to the school. You're alone. So depression was creeping up. That thing was creeping up. So in 2012, Mr. Narendra Dave, who's Pandit ji, renowned Pandit in Sydney, he was a geologist with us in Narmada project. He used to do weddings and events. So we were very close to him. So I said, I want to do something, Panditji. I want to do Panditji. I used to call him Prabhuji now also. I used to, because he's a lovable family. Their family is wonderful. I don't know, that was my good deeds. Always I got in contact with good families. Never got contact with bad families. Everybody was good in my life tenure, my kids, my brother, my son. So he used to say, you want to do? Okay, do one thing. Get the camera. I'm going to weddings. I'll ask that guy, who father and all that, and I'll tell I've got a person who wants to learn photography, my friend, and he will just come and take the photographs 20, 30, and he will sit with me or go back.
But digital cameras.
Digital camera. So I took Nikon D90. I'm talking about 2012. The $2,600 car, that was the camera. And the lens was coming with it, you club, that was. I started doing it. He used to call me on Saturday, Sundays, oh, I'm going tomorrow, Lanco, I'm going to Hurstville, I'm going to Wollongong, you come with me. So I said, okay, I'll come to your house, we go together. So wedding lasted 2.5 hours. So before going to wedding, I used to ask their parents and the photographer, can I take some photographs? Can I take some photographs? He said, yeah, don't come in between. So take 5-10 photographs, and that also in auto mode. There is always an auto mode initially. Now, what cameras you see here,
I can see, oh my.
they are all manual. They are all FX cameras, 35mm frame cameras. And that was DX. So I used to take in auto. Then I thought what to do. That time we were not having much knowledge about system, computers. It was just coming up. Google was not so prominent. Then I searched somewhere, you take in auto, what readings you get, you put in different program modes, manual, aperture, and take again. So I started taking 10 photographs daily at my home, whether it's a grass, whether it's a bird, whether my father used to come putting clothes dryer on the dryer clothes. This is where my story started, doing wedding and events, 65. Then I started doing wedding and events on my own. With Mr. Varun Tiwari and Kamal ji. They were doing video and all. They said, what are you doing in Sydney? What are you doing in trains? Come on, give some knowledge to you. You can present, you can stand, you can talk. Take the camera and come. I started. Within 6 months, I took D700. Then I went to D850. I'm talking category-wise. Then I went upgrading. Then I went to D4S. Then I went to D5. And now I'm using Nikon Z9, which is here, which is a mirrorless camera. So 2016, it was a story doing weddings, events and all that. But my experience was a little bit now getting tighter. As you call me for a birthday party to take photographs, you call me. I finish birthday at 10, come home. And by half an hour, you'll say, send me 2 photographs I want to put on the social media.
Yeah. We all do that.
So I said, no, that's not my bread and butter. I had enough of it. 4 years. 2016, I went to India. And I was searching what to do. I don't want to go and have Rajma Chawal or Indian food or spicy food or take street food. So I searched Google and I saw the ad Wildlife Safari.
And it is in the year 2016.
2016.
Yep.
And I searched it, and I'm really thankful to Mr. Sudhir Shivram, sir.
And he's a very renowned wildlife photographer in India.
He's an entrepreneur, he teaches, he's a mentor, he's a preacher. 25, that time he had 20 years of experience, and I went with Sudhir Shivram, sir. That was an amazing story. If you start asking me questions, you will literally realize. And that's where I was passionate about photography. Now, if I go to India, I won't. Then because I used to watch National Geography, Animal Planet in Sydney, and sports. I never watched serials, plays. So Sir Richard Attenborough, I used to follow. So how wildlife he brought into people still watch conservation, what the environment has given us. I want you people, anybody should give back to the environment.
So when you went with him, how was your experience? I mean, it was your first time into wildlife. So were you scared? And how was it? Like, I know that you went a couple of times before you could get your first best shot. Just how was it?
Because I knew something about Indian transport, I booked my train tickets and I got down at Umeria, which is a place in MP near Katni. And all tour was organized by his team. I was picked up by taxi. I went to Mandavgarh, was the first wildlife sanctuary I visited, which is Land of Tigers is called. There's sal trees. I never knew. I have to learn. Before leaving, I had to research myself. What is Mandavgarh? How are the people? So that research is very important to go anywhere you go. As nowadays, you people search if you want to buy clothes from Iconic or Myers, you'll go on Google.
Yes.
Right? So my experience was that I reached there, he was there, he said, welcome. There were 16 people. There were four gypsies. And in each gypsy, there were 4 people. I was clubbed up with a guy who was from Poland because he was twin sharing. And I was from Australia. So he clubbed me with him. He was a CA accountant, amazing guy. Adam Zambel, I know his name. Very good. He was in India in some projects. But he had done Africa and all that. So he knew what is wildlife.
Yep.
So we were sitting in the evening. So Sudhir Shivram said, okay, who has visited wildlife? So there were 4 guys from Bombay, 1 from Nagpur, 1 from Punjab. They have already been to wildlife. They have been photographing. And I was the only one. So they asked me, did you see any tiger? I said, no. In the zoo? No. He said, you'll enjoy it.
So you haven't seen any tiger in the zoo till that?
No.
Oh, wow.
In Baroda, there is a zoo, but you can only see crocodiles, which you hear in the news when the floods, you get crocodiles on the... And small
Because
birds.
I come from Odisha, and our zoos were filled with tigers. But now, it's extinct. It's coming and getting down. But I remember when you used to go, there was one lion safari. You can sit down in a closed bus and go into the bus, and you can see the lions moving around. But in the zoo, you can see the tigers. There were various kind of tigers. But that's interesting. You saw your first tiger in the trip?
No, I didn't see the first tiger at the last end of the safari. That's why I want to come there. So we were sitting, he narrated what is Bandhagarh, he showed his photographs, how do you photograph, criteria, how should you photograph, that's what his techniques and because he was a mentor, he used to make us understand. And he said, every day you take the photograph, we'll sit in the evening, we'll see, and who wins the photograph, who's best photograph, I'll give him a prize. Lovely. I said, but then I started talking. So when they used to ask me, where are you from? I said, from Australia, Sydney. Oh, you're from Australia? Sydney? Lovely. I want to go there. We want to see Opera House. That was different. So, one day safari, second day safari, third day morning, evening. That is morning, evening, first day. Second day morning, evening. Third day morning, evening. So we were shifting. Our gypsies were being shifted different. So everybody gets an opportunity to either you're on the right or left of the gypsy or you're on the right. So you can photograph every part of it. So in the evening, on third day in the evening, 6th safari, I said, Sudhir Shivram sir, tiger nahi dikha. Didn't see the tiger. So he said, yes, I know. You are the guy who sits with anybody. You never see the tiger. So everybody said, yes, he's not taking bath. He's not doing puja. So then he gave me one word, a statement. First, try to love the jungle.
Oh, wow. First
try to love the jungle. Don't chase the tiger. Jungle does not give you tiger. There are many. What did you photograph? I said nothing. Did you see this bird? Did you see the pied kingfisher? Did you see that, what you call, web of the this? Did you see that? Did you photograph? Did you photograph the tracks where you are running? I said, no. It's because you were chasing tigers, that's why I didn't get it.
You missed everything.
So he said, you love the tiger first, jungle first, enjoy. And jungle is beautiful, madam, Alkaji. You see, you do meditation by way of music,
Yes.
but in the jungle, you yourself get meditated because there are birds. You hear the different noises of the birds. Myna is telling different. Parakeet is telling different. Then you have owls. They are scratching different. Then you have calls of the spotted deers and all that. So you're fresh morning, no pollution, nothing. Only mud, which is gypsies running. That time, I just thought, what an amazing thing. A huge 6 feet female, long height, walking, sitting. Then we came to know why she's wagging the tail, why her tail is stiff, why she's licking. Sudhir Shivram told us in the evening all those things. These are, you should have to learn the basic to learn the animals. And then she came, kissed our gypsy, and one of my colleagues standing by said, don't move, Rakesh, don't move. She kissed and went back. That was my first visit.
And was the gypsy totally covered?
No, gypsy is open. They can't. We'll come to the narration how you understand the animals later. Tigers, predators, raptors.
Yeah, but in an open,
Yeah.
you're sitting there and the tiger came to you
Yeah,
and
tiger.
you're like,
We were at the height, no? You were at the height. So tiger has got tendency to see at its own level. It won't see up and down. It will come straight. Because it's green, he'll think it's bigger than me. He won't do anything.
still that would be heartbeat,
Nah.
right? Because you're looking at the tiger.
Yeah, my heartbeat was there, but still, I was just looking. From my wink eyes, I looked, went past, crossed our gypsy from the front. Sudhir Shivram was there in the front. He was taking the video. And 11:30, 12 o'clock, we have to check out. He came, he said, Rakesh, how did, sir, book my another safari. I'm coming back.
Wow.
That was amazing. Only one tiger, but those people around with me had done 8 tigers, tigress and tigers cubs. I did only one. But that was amazing. Then I said, what I'm doing in my life? Nothing. I'm just doing my job, coming home. Kids are grown up, eating food and sleeping or doing some exercise. But what I'm doing? Nothing. I'm not learning. There is no growth of me. So I would just say people, try to grow. Try to do something.
Yeah, like,
I don't know what do you say?
no, that is amazing. Like, I can feel your excitement when you saw the tiger and the way you said you fell in love with jungle. And over for my all viewers here, Rakesh ji runs a rap safari. We'll come to it in details now, but anytime they have the safari for April and for October and for September too, and they have a lot of safaris going on. You should check it out. It's really, if you want to feel that excitement, what he felt the first time, you should check it out. So coming back, that was your okay, that was your first encounter. But from there, you started wildlife photography, you started doing the safaris. But from there, how did you decide to start your own safari? Like, it needs a lot of knowledge, a lot of connections, and you're in Australia. It needs a lot of connections back in India. That's one question. And why Indian safari? Like, because if you see on the TV or if you see the promotions, we know the Zimbabwe, we know South Africa. Almost all my friends have a dream to go for the safari there. And all these movies have lions and everything, those attacks and all over there. But why Indian safaris you're calling? Like, why do that calls you back? And what is that uniqueness that you find there?
See, as you said, I started going back from 2016. Every 5 weeks holidays from railways, I used to go to India. I've seen Malaysia, Singapore, Europe, but then I said skyscraper is not by bread and butter because monuments I can see in the Google. History, you should know. If you go and see those monuments, you should know the history first. People just go for the sake of, I visited Europe, I visited USA, I visited Canada. If I ask you, do you know Statue of Liberty, which is in America? If you've seen it, do you know the history? Nobody will know it. You just, I went once. That's just a short memory. So constantly I used to go and I used to visit different national parks. I had a guy, Indian Wild Safari, Mr. Firoz Hussain. He stays in Calcutta. So I started going with him because he was economical. He had good contacts because he was doing for last 18 years and very good guy. As a photographer, as a mentor, as a teacher, but more he, out of 365 days, he used to 240 days he was in the jungle. His wife, his kids. So I started going with him. I visited around about, I did, at the moment I have done already 900 safaris from 2016.
Wow, 900 safaris.
Yes, I did. Most of the national parks I did.
That's amazing.
And the wonderful thing is that COVID came in, the 2.5 years, 2 years. We got
So without COVID, 2.5 years, still 900. Wow.
900 safaris I did. And I used to go in safaris, travel, stay in resorts, not that time 3-star resorts normally. So I came to know a lot of people because I went to Bandhavgarh 3 times, I went to Panna 3 times, I went to Ranthambore 5 times, I went to Kaziranga and Manas, which is eastern India, 5 times. Uttarakhand, Corbett, I went 4 times. So this was all the structure I was doing it, where is accessible. And that guy, Mr. Firoz, used to tell me, we are not going this time to Kahana because in Tadoba, which is close to Maharashtra, the tigress, there are 3 tigresses who has given cubs. We want to photograph that. So he used to take me to Tadoba. So, but 2019, COVID came. I was stuck in India. We were in Bandhavgarh. We have to run back. But I couldn't fly back 2 months. Till 20, I was here. Then I again started. By 2019, I left my job, Alka. I left my job. I said, no, I don't want day, night, job. I want to live my passion. So,
Did your family support that?
yeah, I told them, if you don't support me, I'll go and stay in India because I had my house, everything.
Okay.
My son said, choice is yours. I said, I don't want to stay here. I don't want to do job much. I want to live my passion. I remember one story, one of our colleagues said, it's a very good story. I think you will love it. When you grow, you are small. Your parents, they make you, groom you up, educate you and all that. So you just understand, as a kid, you are growing, your parents are also growing, right? So the difference of 20 years, 30 years, I say, as we get married in 20s. So what happens? You are 12, you passed education, they have also gone 50 now. You get married, then you have your kids. So they will look after you. Now they will look after your kids, right? What happens again? Now your kids grow up, you are growing up, your parents have already gone 70 age. So 70, 40, 20, 27, your kids. Then again you are in the same soup, same routine, strategically you are following the same circle, viscous circle. So that teacher used to tell me, so what is, you are looking as a father, I am looking at my son's kids, but I have to look after my parents also.
Yes.
So he said me, when did you live your life?
True.
When did you live your life? So that creeped into me that time. I said, I want to live my life. I've done, my kids are grown up, they are educated. I want to give back to the community. So Panditji, Guruji, what Prabhuji I call, he used to send some money to the people in India, kids, for education. I started the same thing, giving back to the community. So that passion came into my... Now your next question, Africa and India, right? If you talk about safari, people rush to Africa.
Yes.
People talk about Africa because, as you said, it's a pinnacle of wildlife safari, right? Golden grass, savanna land. You have lions sprawling, giraffe walking, you have leopards, you have rhinos, you have hippopotamus. But there is no thrill. Can you imagine? Is there any thrill when you see all prowling, walking, wild beasts and all that? They are just roaming. There is no thrill because it's a grassland. It's a savanna grassland. We call it golden savanna grassland. But in India, and they have big 5. If you research Google, I would say people to research. They have big 5. What? Lions, leopards, giraffe,
rhinos.
hippopotamus.
Yes.
That's all. And cheetah. but India has big seven. India has got thrill.
Yep.
That's the difference between Africa and India. And India is biodiverse. And every national park is related to culture, to religion, everything. Because there people used to live in those jungles where the wildlife used to stay. You must have heard the story, the book written by Mr. Richard Kipling, the Jungle Book,
Yes.
the Pench National Park, the Mowgli.
Yes.
Why did he write the book? Why did not write something on Africa? So India is big seven. It's a biodiversity. You have culture, you have got food, you have monuments. And when you go to the jungle, you have salt trees, you have deciduous trees, you have neem trees, everything. And you see there is alarm clock coming, there is all over alarm. So you are attentive. That's basically thing.
And even our famous author, Jim Corbett, he has written so many books on man-eating, I think it was
Tigers of
man-eating
Kumaon,
tigers
of Kumaon.
and all these books. They also describe the landscape so beautifully
The
in that.
topography of it.
Yes, you sometimes feel like you don't find those in when you see a savanna, right? So if I speak about, do you find that northern side, like, I mean not central India, which is Madhavgarh or you say Sundarban or Simlipal, all these places, very different from southern side like Jim Corbett and all these places towards Kerala, the national parks still.
No, Kerala, in south there are national parks, but mostly south is famous for temples, basically. And you have there Mandipur, and you have Kabini, which is called Nagarhole, and you have got Pariyar, Tiger Reserve. Because it's basically a lot of hill stations are there in the south also. And normally there are temples. In South India, you have only got 3 national parks. There are many small them, but you will see tigers or leopards in Nagarhole Tiger Reserve, which is called Kabini, and Bandipur. But nowadays it is closed because some tigers, he became a man-eater and he had eaten some forest guard and all that to petrol. So, but it's in the Karnataka government, so they are very strict. You can't stay out. You have to stay in their lodge. You have to get their gypsy only. Otherwise, you have to go by canter. Canter, is a bus, open bus.
Yep.
Hi. There are 20 people sitting. So you will be struck. Where, as a photographer, as a tourist, okay, now I'll say difference between a tourist. You are going as a tourist.
Yep.
You are not going as a traveler.
What's
Do you
the
have any
difference?
idea what is the difference of
No.
tourist? Tourist always books his tours and goes and comes back. He will complain if he doesn't get good thing. He will say something. He will visit and come back, take the photograph. He will not try to learn something about the community, something about the people staying there. What are their staple food? What is their choice of dresses, food? But as a traveler, you want to know what is the staple food? What do they eat? What are the small temples inside? How do they pray? What do they grow? What are they making any potteries or they are making honey? That sort of a thing is there when you go as a traveler. So I would love people to go as a traveler, not as a tourist. You may go to Spain, Britain, anywhere you want to go, but go as a traveler.
Right. So coming back to our question, so you find that Indian safaris are not promoted enough, like as African safaris, and how can or why is it not promoted so much?
See, you have asked me a question. Technically, it's a government policy. And one thing I was going through 2 or 3 days back in the newspaper, that foreign media takes control of Indian media when there is something bad. They always show bad things. They will never
Yes,
show good things.
yes.
India being a 4th economic country in the world, okay, pollution is there. Whatever you call about India, people say. But India has got culture and everything. You have to love it first. You were born in India. I was born in India. We took education. We migrated here. That's our Janam Bhumi. This is our Karam Bhumi.
Yep.
It's our home, fine. But we should love India also. We should not talk. We people talk more about India.
Yep.
Bad. Don't talk good. Government is like this. This is that. It's also happening here.
It happens everywhere.
It doesn't come up here.
Yeah.
If I give you 500,000 population in Australia,
I always said
I can say you won't get even water or electricity, man. Wonder Lab should say, if I give you 500,000 people here, you won't get water and electricity because they don't have reserves. That's why we have a population of 2.5 something, which is less than Delhi population.
Correct.
So we talk, it's not promotion. Now, all the foreign traveler agents in Australia, Melbourne, Sydney, USA, UK, they promote India, but as a temple, religious,
Yes.
culture place. That's the word. But they
whereas
don't promote as a wildlife safari because Indian safaris were not prominent. When the Project Tiger came into existence in 72, I think you must have heard there were around about 1,000 tigers that time. But now it is 3,670 the Project Tigers. So government is taking care of conservation.
Conservations, right.
Things we require time because, it's a big country, 1.4 billion. To control them is difficult.
And then, the selling of tiger nails,
Yeah.
teeth, all those. And
Because of
hippos. We have seen what happens to poaching of hippos and all.
Because of corruption.
Yes.
Because India is corrupt country. Corruption. And
It's not that only in India. I see in Africa and all. Everywhere.
it's everywhere.
It
In
happens
Africa,
everywhere.
hippo, rhinos, all
Yes.
horns have gone.
Yes.
People are killing. They are trying to protect. But local tribe is included and the main department.
Yeah.
Forest department. I'm not talking about India, but anywhere. There is things happening.
Yeah.
But it's taking control. It's going to take time because our blood is gone like that.
So let's say now, suppose I'm a foreign photographer, okay, and I travel all around the world to take the pictures, and I am interested to come to India to take the photographs of wildlife. We have panthers, we have hippos, we have
We don't have hippos. We have
Oh,
tigers, leopards, one-armed rhino.
rhinos. We have rhinos. We have mountain lions, leopards, mountain
Leopards, snow leopards.
snow leopards, and which is very rare. And we can go to see the desert leopards in Jaipur, whereas you cross and travel hundreds of kilometers, and you're in the snow to see the snow leopards. So if somebody is interested, what do you facilitate? Facility is also important. Where do they reach? What happens after that? Suppose they reach somewhere, and how do you customize that whole trip for them?
Now, on this regard, I say most of the people who would be listening this postcard, they may be traveling to India. They travel to India and they go to Rajasthan, Jaisalmer. They go to South. They go to the North. But have they done the research? No. That's what I'm coming to the point. So when the foreign tourist travels, he does the full research. So what he does, here there are local travel agents who have got the DMC. DMC is called Destination Management Company, who manages fly in, fly out, everything international, and they bring back here. That's all. They have been doing this business going on. There are solo travelers, there are group tours, there are family travelers, there are women tours only.
Yep.
You have many companies who do only women tours only. You have senior citizen tours. They do travel. So first of all, thing is, where do you want to? Tigers is only in India.
Yeah.
Now cheetah is also come in India.
Yeah.
You do remember?
Yes.
Kuno National Park. So tigers. So people want to visit tiger. They may go to Thailand, who are drugged tigers.
Yes.
You have seen, you must have seen that. I've seen people, they're drugged. But that's not good. They're poached, they're brought from India. You know how many varieties of tigers are there? Do you have any idea?
No, but I know as the topography changes, the tiger changes. That's all I know.
Okay. In India, we call it a Royal Bengal tiger. In Indonesia, where Sumatra is there, it's called Sumatran tiger. Where you go to Russia, you got a Russian tiger. So there are only 6 varieties of tiger left. Initially, there were 9. Now there are only 6. So Royal Bengal tiger is only prominent in India. It's very hard to go to Russia and see those tigers. Sumatran tiger is huge, big, which you find in Sydney Zoo. Have you gone to this
Yes.
Sydney Zoo? Not this Taronga Zoo, but this
The
one near.
Queensland.
Western side.
The Dubbo.
This.
Yeah,
The Great
Bingara.
Western. Yeah, the Great Bingar.
Yes.
You have Sumatran. That's a Sumatran tiger. That's not Royal Bengal tiger. So it's huge. Its face is huge. They have mustaches. The Royal Bengal tiger is in India only. And there are 58 tiger reserves in India. There are 100 national parks, 500 wildlife sanctuaries in India, 560. Out of 100 national parks, there are 58 tigers. These are all government things.
Yep.
And if you want to travel, you research. So what is there that for us, we organize your safaris in such a way, because I've been traveling in 900. I know the guides, the drivers. I know the area. I know the transportation. My team is there, operations in here. So first of all, where do you want to go? I did photography in snow leopards, which was minus 20 degrees in the night.
Oh, wow.
But that's not near. It is 1 kilometer away with this big lens. You have to attach a teleconverter in it. The weight of this is 3.4 kgs. The camera weight is 2 kgs.
Oh, wow. Yes. I can see.
So to pick them up is not easy. You have a tripod. You have everything. You ought to have bandana. You have to have cap. Everything has to be there. So we teach them how to go. And as you travel to India, you are going to Jaisalmer. Have you been to India?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I go to India. Of course, I
Which?
I,
Sorry for the silly question, but I'm just asking. Where did you go to India?
I normally go to Bhubaneswar, Odisha. And then, yeah, that's after moving. We have been to other places, like we recently went to Banaras and Gaya, but Prayagraj, Banaras, Gaya for some needed things. But other than mostly, I go to Bhubaneswar.
So you know Simlipal is come up.
Simlipal,
You come up,
Vittarkanika, yes.
Orissa come up.
Yep.
So you have been to Varanasi and all that. That's fine, but that are all religious places. You travel, there's traffic. How much public did you see in Varanasi? Huge.
Oh God, yes, yes. I mean, there was no place. I don't know how people moved on the road. There was no place to move, yet every vehicle was going. I was like, okay, yeah, too many people.
So, but when you go to the jungle, you don't see this.
Yes.
You have the fresh air. I was talking, suppose anybody who's traveling to Rajasthan during Easter, who's traveling to Punjab, or who's traveling, I give you, if you go to Rajasthan, if you go to Jaipur, there is a Jalna Tiger Reserve, which is 10 kilometers away from Jaipur. You go to Udaipur, 130 kilometers is Jawai Leopard Safari. I'm giving you the name so people can search.
Yep.
If you go to Jaisalmer, you know, Rajasthan is very rich in forts,
Yes.
in culture. But 5 days back, there was an article I was reading. You know, do you have any idea how many forts Rajasthan has?
No, I don't know, but I know they have a lot.
Okay. Do you know how many forts Maharashtra has?
No, but I have been to a couple of. I had a very fun doing a trekking to a fort from Pune.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know exact number.
Okay, now I give you the number. There are more forts in Maharashtra than Rajasthan.
I can believe it.
There are 567 forts in Maharashtra. Local, ground, you can say interiors, major cities.
I'll tell you.
There are
because
460 in Rajasthan. Then comes the MP.
I'll tell you a funny story. In 2010, I was supposed to go to trek to from the gym. We all got together to trek to a fort. We all reached. So 3 of us, me, my brother-in-law, and one more guy. His name is Ashish, and he's on my LinkedIn too till now. 3 of us were in one car. Rest everybody was on the car. So the trek, the whole trip was you have to just trek normally and go up and come down. We 3 got lost. So we went into the jungle and we trekked literally climbing the mountains and all. When we reached up, they were coming down. They're like, where were you? So we trekked like this. They said, this is the whole route. But I know that was a beautiful one. It was one of the Tipu Sultan's place where he used to come during his vacation. And that fort was there.
Near Pune.
Near Pune.
Yeah, there is.
That was a beautiful one. And that's my only... When I was in year 10, I went to Rajasthan. I saw a couple of forts, which I don't remember. But in my view, I only visited that fort.
Chittorgarh is the biggest fort. Then Kumbhalgarh comes, 35 kilometers. It's just Great Wall of China.
Yep.
Then you have Sajangarh in Udaipur. You have Jaipur, Royal Palace, and they have
Marathas
converted.
were beautiful. Like they were such strong warriors. and
Shivaji's
such-
fort, if you go in Pune, Maharashtra, and all that lovely places. People should visit. People should be thankful to Indian culture. We have got ample culture, literature, festivals. You should enjoy each and festival.
Yep.
And You may travel to Europe, Spain, whatever is it. There, the culture is there, but can you really enjoy the culture there? I don't think so. I didn't enjoy it because the food habits, the thing, it's marvelous. You go to Venice. I was. Do you know the history? How Chandni Chowk came into existence?
No. I haven't been to Chandni Chowk too, but I want to
Okay.
have the
From
parathas
Red
there.
Fort to Chandni Chowk, there was a canal.
Okay.
I'm talking about long time back before Britishers. And that canal, the what's that place called? Bhaipulpur in Chandni Chowk is there. Balli, where Nasiruddin Shah acted that ghazal,
Yeah, that.
Ghalibs. He used to say in Bal something. So that people used to run the boat from fort and all that. And that's why Chandni Chowk came into existence. Because in the night, the moon used to reflect the place from the water, and that it came Chandni Chowk.
Chowk is the Chandni is the
So
moon's
same.
reflection.
So
Okay.
do you know Venice? People go to Venice. There are no roads. People have to travel by.
Yes.
But do they know the history? Why did it happen? Do you know from where the water is coming? So that is a traveler. Some travel enjoys. That's fun.
Correct. So if somebody would reach some place and you can manage that whole tour for
It's
them.
yes. See what happens. We have international destinations where a lot of flights travel to Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Chennai, and Bangalore. Malaysian, Singapore, China Airlines, and all that, right? So they have to just get down at these ports, and then we can organize. We only organize as a tour coordinator when there are 5+1 people or 11+1. One is a tour coordinator. But if you want to go as a solo and family, you may not get the tour coordinator or a tour manager, but your things are organized. You're picked up from the airport, your nameplate, the guy would be there, he will take you to the hotel, he will take you to the resort, your itinerary is full adjusted, you have a taxi on your own which is organized, fine, good taxi driver, smart one. So safety is taken care of, the prime thing, and the other thing we adhere to the privacy. That's very much privacy we adhere. So it's not Indians who go, but I would first love your country. I would use the proverb. First I should see my country, India, then see Australia, then see the world. Lot of people here have not seen even Australia interiors. You may have gone to Cairns, you may have gone to places like Gold Coast, Melbourne and all that, but have you been to the interiors? I'm talking about New South Wales also. Dubbo is interior. You have got what you call Kangaroo Valley is very good interior. You have seen the beaches along the coast. There are very good small places where the population is only 100 or 200. Stay there and enjoy the culture, the food, the pubs.
Right.
So you travel anywhere in India, you just get in touch. It's not me, you can touch Google also. You can do from Google. But what other travel agents would do is they will take you and bring you back. But we as a photographer, as a naturalist, as a conservationist, we research. We have already done the research.
So from that, my next question to you is, how do you predict that where the predators are going to come, and how do you know that? Do you track them? Like, I know you can't put a tracker on them, but how do you know? How do your team knows that? And is it a guarantee that you're going to see whatever animals we want to see or whatever predator? How do you know their behavior? How do you know when they're coming to hunt? Or how? Just give an insight of this safari to us.
Okay, now I can't guarantee first of all because we are intruding in their world. First thing. So first you have to develop the passion. You don't run towards these predators, whether it is leopard or so. But normally, as your query is absolutely right, people would ask me, how can we go to the jungles and how can you promise? How our people can track? See, our guides and drivers, they are regularly on board. They always go on board and go to the jungle and all that. But there is a pattern. As you have a pattern to come to the office, this road, you will only change when there is traffic. But there is a pattern of any wildlife, any raptor, any bird. they have got a, God has given them 10 milligrams of brain, but that runs very well. They remember. So that is called tracking. So they have their route. A tiger has got 25 square kilometer tigress. The male tiger has got 250 square kilometers of tigress. But do you know how much big is the national park, first of all? So tiger is a solo animal. Leopard is a solo animal. Lions are pride animal. They live in prides. Asiatic lions, they live in prides. They don't roam alone. But tigress is a lone predator. Raptors, you see hornbill, the great Malabar hornbill, they are always in pairs, as male and female. So lot of birds, you have to learn how they go, how they come. The flocks, we call the flock of birds. Egrets, they are flock. They are always in a flock. Flamingos, they are always in a flock. You have bulbul, it is single. It is not two. So you have to, I'm talking about birds also. Birds have, red panda, they are single, they are solo. Red panda is found in Sikkim. Snow leopards, they always go on in pair. But when they grow up, they are single. Female has got it. So they have their own territory, as you have your own territory, as you people have their own house territory. We have our territory, they have their territory. So that is what happens. The predators, they mark their territory. So no other intrusion comes in.
Okay.
So they mark it. They mark it by putting claws on the trees, scratching, by urinating on the trees or floor, whatever ground they're walking, or they'll smell it, or they'll pluck the leaves. I'll show you some photographs where they're marking the territories. Lion, leopards, sloth bear will scratch. So they know their territory. Why territory? Because they don't want any intruder to come. So in one area there is only one female tigress. They have the cover. In other area there is second female tiger. I call you, as I went to Panna last year and I saw the cubs. T41 has got its territory known as grasslands. Then you have T151, it is close to Ken River.
So this T43 and T15 are the tigers.
Tigress. We don't name them. I won't name them what they call it, because normally because the pouching happens. So we call it by number T or P.
Okay.
As you go to Sariska, which is close to Jaipur, Sariska, there is P2304 tigress. And there is one T108, male tiger.
So how do you know that this tiger is coming at this time to this place? Like, let's say, as you were saying me, one of the story where you knew that the cub was in a different place and the tiger would return and you change the safari to come to that side. So similar kind of examples, which my viewer would love to know, that how do people in your team know that tiger is going to go through this route today and not going to go through this route today?
Okay. Now what happens, because my team, the drivers and guides whom I've kept fixed, I pay them. They travel daily. So they see the pug marks on the roads. And that pug marks are either going or coming. So when it has gone, suppose they say it's gone from left to right, cross the road, or it is walking. So they know that it's going to mark the territory, and this has got this much huge 25 kilometers traveled. So it will come back after 2 days to same place to mark it, because every 3 days they mark the territory. You're getting my point? So that's a vicious circle. Leopards, they also do the same thing. Lions as a pride, they do it. Sloth bear, raptors, they do the same thing. They go once, they smell it, and there is a word called, I'll show you some pictures of tigers who do yawn. When they yawn, they smell it. They have got the Jacobson glands there. So when you have seen like this, then the full mouth yawning. Why this happens? Because they are smelling, there is no other predator around. And what they kill. So that is the smell. Their brain, that thing, glands pass on the message to the brain. So they go. So when the tigers and leopards, the tigers, the guides or the driver says, "Sir, kal to, yesterday it has gone from here. So today we are going to rush towards this point. It will be seen there. Should be there. Can't be. But then there are signals what are coming from the jungle. Other gypsies, other things where they're running, rushing. The alarm calls give you the signal. The sambar deer gives you a single calls. The raptors, the peahen, that is peacock, flutters. The birds, the crows make noises. So that is the sign which comes to you. Oh, so that means something is sitting here.
This is a huge experience. Like, I think you have to, as you said, you have visited 900 times. This is a wealth of experience that told you, has that you have passed to your team to understand the calling of the animals and how the predators are ruling the jungle, where they're going, they're coming. It's amazing, like really amazing.
I just give you an example. If the pin drops here, what do you think? Would you be attentive or would you be?
I'll be disturbed, of course.
You'll be attentive.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yes.
Same thing is with alarm clocks. Alarms. When the call in the jungle is their alarm, you become more attentive. Where in Africa, you don't get alarm calls. You don't have alarm calls. They're running. They're just like a huge crowd of animals and walking in the savanna grass. Asiatic lions are huge. The African lions are huge. Asiatic lions are smaller.
Yep.
That's all. They have the giraffe. We don't have giraffe. We have leopards. Now cheetah has come out. We have one-horned rhino. They have got two-horned rhinos. I mean, get the difference, right? But you don't see rhinos in Middle East, India, Central India or Northern. You see in the eastern part of India or anything linked towards Nepal and Bhutan.
Yep.
So you have to learn first. You have to learn the behavior. How will you come to know? Either by Google or any search research, or you get in touch with people like us who are roamed. You may go with anybody. I'm not talking about me. But my prime aim is to everybody. Promote India. I'm promoting India as a wildlife destination.
Yep.
You see
Amazing.
culture. You see food.
Yes.
Now the Holi festival is coming. You know how many Australians are traveling for the Holi festival? There are a lot of Facebook ads coming. They are going for the Holi festival in Brindavan.
Yep.
Where
oh,
Christian-
wow. That would be so amazing. I can just.
Lat Holi.
Yes,
बोलते हैं.
yes.
Then they'll be going to Rajasthan. And then they go to Ranthambore because this Ranthambore Tiger Reserve is close in Rajasthan. Very close. Why?
Wow, I would love that. A Holi in Brindavan and then Rajasthan and then Tiger Safari. That's a very good
I
idea.
went to photograph there. Couldn't reach inside. My camera was full of holy color. But people go. You see a lot of foreign tourists that travel. But
Yes.
because they know India has got wealth.
No, that is true. India is incredible. Like the land itself is changing. Topography changes so much. It's not like one side we have Himalayas, like snows, we have Gangas, and we have cold, everything. And the other side is towards the equator. We have just hot, heat, humid in Chennai, and everything in between. Like if I see you are from west and I'm from east, we both are both side of the country, but our culture, the geography, the topography is so different. The one that we see in Odisha, the rice cultivations, the farmlands, and the western Odisha, from where my husband comes from, the tribals over there is so different from what we see in eastern Odisha, from where I come from. Like me and my husband come from two different sides of Odisha. I come from the coastal belt, and he comes from the mountains, from the mines. You know, where the mines and where the heat. It is one of the most hot place in the world is Titlagarh, very near to his place. And I can say you that it's such incredible to visit all the parts, and you have to know exactly what. That's why when I spoke to you, I was very impressed because you told to take women only to travel, and that's such a safety thing to just trust somebody to travel. The only concern that most of the people when I talk to has that safety because of all those things. I have traveled alone, but the one that we hear.
You have traveled as a tourist. That's the difference. Why they are asking? Because they have always traveled as a tourist. They have not traveled as a
or
tourist.
what they hear about. You know, we
See,
highlight all the bigger case. Yeah.
Media will always say, Australia, what happened in Bondi shooting? Happened?
And I will tell
Lot
you.
of things here, mugging is happening.
In 2024, I will tell you this, I was in India and I was in my hometown, Bhubaneswar. So after 9 o'clock, if you go out, the Uber or the Ola,
Ola,
whichever you pick,
pick.
they call you. The driver, has the driver come? And when you're traveling, suppose the route is like to go through Unit 3 and then go to different secretariat something, and you diverse, let's say there is traffic or something, if the cab driver diverse, immediately you get a call from the company calling and asking, why is it diversing? Are you safe? And that gives you so much of confidence that you can travel all and do everything in city. Of course, in other parts too.
See, one thing very prominent I would say to the travelers this everything media says is not right, and everything social media says is not right.
100%. Yeah.
And I would say to you and to her that social media gives you a depression. I'm telling you, social media will give you a depression. If you hear the social media, it is not 100%. You have got some disease, you go on the Google and search. 100% it's not correct.
Oh, yeah.
So research is yours. There are incidents because of this. I won't hide that. There's population is there. There would be incidents. It's happening in USA. It's happening in
everywhere,
Britain,
yeah.
everywhere. So if you have a chance, if your destiny is there, it will happen. It otherwise it will not happen. But you have to plan your trip with a reputed organization, with a company. Don't try to save money.
Oh, yes.
Don't try to save money. $1 gives you 60 rupees. Any tourist. $1 gives you 80 rupees. £1 gives you 90 rupees. Don't try to save money. Fine, save money. There are 3-star hotels in India. They are very good. There are 4 stars. There are 5 stars. There are even 2 stars. But depends on which area. As I think you have traveled to Vietnam, Thailand.
Yes. Yes.
So why do Thailand, if you go to Thailand, they say, I think zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, something like that?
Yes. Because of the community that
Community. So why do you
same in-
so why do you go in zone 1? Because this offices
Yes.
good community.
Same in San Francisco. When we were in San Francisco, the moment we checked into the Hotel Palace, they told the reception told, just from here till this is the Newton view. This is the area. Don't go beyond that. And if you're going, go in the cab. So we were beyond that. We went somewhere in the bus, and when coming back, we took the cab. We were in Waymo, that automatic driving thingy. We saw the just like hardly 700 meter from our hotel, which was the downtown, just outside downtown. It was crazy. We're like, oh my God, that's like less than 700 meter from our hotel. And this craziness was there. It's everywhere.
So you see nowadays news, if you read BBC News, Al Jazeera or CNN, homeless people lying on the streets in Canada, homeless people lying streets in Australia, Sydney, Melbourne, homeless in USA, homeless in Britain, everywhere. But the media is strong, they don't promote. But if India, they see it, somebody goes, take the pictures, but you see some good things from foreign tourists. This, I'll pass you one Instagram reel. It is by a UK tourist guide. He said, I will never go to India. He wrote first like this, but he says, I will never go to India, but that is, I will never leave India. I don't want to leave India. Why? Then she narrates a story, the food, the hospitality, the culture. There's too good hospitality.
True.
Food, the culture, but depends on what wrong hands you go. I'll tell you one thing. There is one guy, he's a very close friend of mine. I was sitting in his office. He said, I can book safaris through Google. I said, book. And I asked you during your function, how many people have gone to the safaris?
Yes.
I asked, how many people go to India?
Yes.
They said, we all go. So you are Indian, but that does not mean you go to India. Right? So I asked, I think in your function,
Yes, in the
very
function,
good
yes.
arranged function. They said, we've been to Kanhan. Had somebody seen the tigers? Nobody said yes.
None, yeah.
Because they went as a tourist. They don't know. They book it. You can go on the Google and book it. You'll save money. But we are arranging a trip in hands of the professionals photographers. Because photographers, they travel day in, day out. If they hear there is a tigress given the cub in India, they will make a trip to photograph. If I see you with your daughter or a son 2.5 years playing in the garden, you will be more lovable, attractive, instead of you seeing alone. Same thing when the tigress with the cub walking on the tracks, with small cubs picking in the mouth to translocate it. That is the beauty of the jungle. That's what you want to see. You're touched with environment, conservation, how they are playing with it, how they do it. You go and see that. I can go to Delhi, see Qutub Minar, see Red Fort. I can go to Jaisalmer, see fort and all that. But
Wildlife is different. Yeah.
I'm not talking about wild interior. You go to Kuldhara. Have you heard of Kuldhara place in Jaisalmer? No. It's a village, abandoned village. You go there where the shooting of, I think, Sanjay Dutt and all the shooting, some shooting happened there. It's an abandoned village. You go to Desert National Park, which is 35 kilometers from Jaisalmer. You get great Indian bustards, only 35 in number in the world.
Yes.
You get
That is
raptors.
in my list.
Yeah.
One of my
But you go to Jaisalmer Fort, there are shops in it. Traffic, public.
Yes.
I'm in jungle. Don't think that wildlife, why people should. No, wildlife is attracted because there are some temples. Now you go to Panna. Khajuraho is 25 kilometers away. It is UNESCO heritage site. You have got Orcha, full of temples, 65 kilometers from the site. But as a traveler, tourist you go, nobody will tell you Khajuraho. You'll go to Panna, go it, have the safari, or you go to Khajuraho, nobody will tell you about Panna tiger, you come back. But you have spent $2,000 on the flight. You have spent your holidays. So enjoy the holidays by traveling. You go to Bombay, people go to Bombay, but they even don't know there is Sanjay Gandhi National Park there where leopards stay with the human beings
Okay. Wow.
near Borivali. Can you believe? You are from Orissa, right? Have you seen Chilka Lake?
Yes.
Now, this is the time where 380 bird species, migratory birds are there. I'm getting photographs.
That's beautiful. So when I used to leave, we used to go during this time. So there is two things. One, when you go this time, you will get illicit fish. You'll get the crab, the best, yummiest crab. So and then of course, we go and visit the temple. But the birds' migration is amazing. Go in the boat, you see them, they just fly above your head. And during this time also, turtles come. Like millions of turtles.
There's a birth of turtles
Yes.
and I'm getting photographs from WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
And I want to go, but I'm here.
They are amazing. Like if you are in the car and you see them just at the dusk, they come out of the water from the sea, and they'll dig this one, they'll sit on that, and they'll give the eggs, and they'll go away. And then suppose, let's say 50,000 has given eggs. Next 50,000 has given 2 days before. Those are bursting open, and they all walk to it is
Small.
amazing to see.
That's what you see in Borneo.
And
Borneo,
even in
in
Vitakanika,
Sandakan.
when you go, there's crocodiles, magarmach, crocodiles. It's a crocodile farm, and you're in that boat. You're going. You can see millions of them on both sides coming into water. And if you leave in Vitakanika, you stay in the tree house because crocodiles are down. The morning when you come out, you see them opening them like literally for you to jump into it. It's amazing.
Have you heard of Chambal?
Chambal, I have heard in the movies.
Dacoits.
In the movies,
Right?
yes.
Now, it's a breeding sanctuary for alligators, crocodiles. I'll show you the photograph of 100 small crocodiles. There are crocodiles, you call it. There are alligators, you call it. There is mugger, you call it. There are 3 different varieties.
Yes.
So you have to understand what is the peculiarity of it. Even the tigers, tigresses, lion, leopards. Now, people are promoting visit South black leopard. It's a panther.
Panther.
But it's not a panther. It's a melanistic, what do you call it, the disease when your skin becomes white.
Yes.
Leucoma.
Yes.
So same thing, that is a melanistic leopard. So that's gone black because when they were breeding, his colors didn't promote and that's why it's gone black. I can show you a melanistic desert cat, which I saw in Little Run of Kutch. You'll be amazed. Wow. And how they dig. They jump up, they go down, catch the mouse and come back. Same thing you see kingfisher. You see osprey, which is in Australia also. They are coming from, you see peregrine falcon, which is in Little Run of Kutch. 368 kilometers per hour it comes from down to catch its prey. But you think if it misses the prey, it will be dead. But how smart she is. You learn the basics. Can you see this in human beings? Travel. And then you have got culture. You go to MP, there is a Bundelkhand. The area is known as Bundelkhand. You have got, they print Bundelkhand prints, sarees, shirts. Orissa, you have got that sarees, prints are there. They're done from villages. You have very good. I was talking to you, I think, in Orissa, there is one tribe is there.
Yes.
Foreigners, they go there in their tribe to photograph. As you see Maasai in Africa, as you see in Chad, they photograph.
Yep.
They are the tribes.
Yes. In the Mayurbhanj area, yes.
And what is aboriginals? I will ask you this. I'm asking you, what are aboriginals?
Tribals.
They are Dravidians,
Dravidians,
which
yes.
were in India.
The south, yes.
South, when
yes.
it was a government line, they are basically the Dravidians
Yes.
only.
You look, they all look same. Like, yeah. The culture is same. When I was in New Zealand, the way the Maoris, they pray the god, they pray the jungle, they pray. That's what we have seen. You go to south of India, or you see the east of India, they pray the jungle. They believe in deity in jungle, and that's what Maoris believe. They believe in land, they believe in deities in the jungles and all.
That's why you go to
Same thing.
Uluru, Alice Springs, you can't touch the rocks
Yes.
because that's bread, that's
Yes.
a bread and butter. So same thing. India has got expensive now. I'll give you this word. India has got at par with other national
Yes, of course.
countries, but you ought to know right place, right time to go. What is the time? You go in winter, food is good, everything, but there is pollution because in the villages people burn their crops, which they have to aggregate it. So this thing is there. You go in April, May, it's too hot. Are you ready to take that heatness? You have to take care of. You have to take injections for travel injections. Then you have to see your flights, how expensive they are.
Yes.
But as I think India is a wonderful country, you ought to travel. I've not seen even half of it. Being in army school, going in NCC camps, I visited most of the places, play soccer and all that, different. But now I went to Chopta. Chopta is a place in Uttarakhand where is Tungnath Shivji Mandir, if you have heard that. It is the highest Shivji temple, Tungnath. You have to travel 3 kilometers up. It's all snow. You enjoy it. Full blue sky. And you see Nanda Devi peak. You see this peak. You're seeing, I'll show you the photographs. I've taken it. And you see this mouse. The mountain mouse is coming up from the snow. How it can survive?
Wow.
There is monal, bird, female monal. Beautiful colors. Your peacock colors, sari colors. You have got higher Himalayas birds. They have got different beauty. Now you are talking about snow leopards. Snow leopards are solitary. You ought to have a tracker with you. You ought to have a potter with you because you are climbing at 18,000 feet. Your breathing has to be there. There are oxygen cylinders. Everything, medical equipment is there with our team. Everything is there. And every time you have what you call Mahindra's car going on along with you where they
Bolero
can.
or Mahindra.
Bolero, yeah. It will always be there. If anything happens, there is a doctor also there close, but you are staying in a comfortable homestays. And when you see the snow leopard, you're on my Instagram, go and
Yes,
see the
yes, I have seen
Did
the
you see
pictures.
yesterday
Yes,
being
yes.
posted? Can you miss that?
I know. It looked beautiful.
Work is different. You're working, your environment is different. But go and enjoy the wildlife. You're giving back to the community.
So tell me one thing. How safety it is to stay in the gypsy, which is not closed, and visit the safaris?
Okay. Now,
Because that's also a concern. Like, let's say if I take my kids and go, how much safe I do feel taking my kids in an open gypsy and going to jungle.
okay. I think you are asking, I'm not safe in the gypsy. No, you want to see the tiger? No, gypsy, it is just like as I'm sitting here. What is this? Armrest?
Yes.
There is always an armrest. So you are taken care of both sides. And in the middle side is middle person can't fall. There is an armrest at the front also, so you can catch it. So when the gypsy nowadays, previously the gypsy used to go at the indifferent speeds, but now government has come up with only 20 kilometers per hour in the jungle. They have got the GPS. Can you imagine? India has forest departments that put the GPS in the gypsy. Not in the gypsy, but when the guide enters the jungle, he has to take the forest phone. They give him fully charged, and they are tracking from that GPS system, 20 kilometers. So what happens? You're safe because of an armrest. There is no bell. But he's not going to go above 20.
No, not because of that. If the animals come, would they
No,
not?
I'm coming to that point. Now, what is the height of an animal? predator, anything, jackal or fox or anything, they're small. They're just like dogs. Even maybe 3 feet, but your gypsy is more than 3 feet. If it has got 16-inch tires and you're above the seat, it's height. But normally they see only straight. They won't attack. There are incidents. The charger from Bandhavgarh had attacked the gypsy because the guy, the photographer, when it was coming close, he went, put his hand out of that armrest, took his camera down and started making noise. You can't make noise. So what happened? The tigress got scared. You went into the fear cycle of it. If I come closer to you, what you will slap me or you'll push me. So when you go, that is the proverb we use. When you enter to the fear psychosis of the animal or a bird, they'll charge you. It's a common phenomenon. Normal human psychology or animal.
Yep. Animal psychology, yeah.
So when you are not in their fear psychosis, they will not attack. They have got only habit because they see you are bigger. You are bigger. And they are nocturnal.
Right.
They are nocturnal. They see in the night more than what in the day.
Yeah.
A sambar deer, which is, it has got very poor eyesight. So what would tiger do, It will sit in the grass and sambar will say, the tiger is gone. So he will start moving towards that tiger because he's grazing. He'll start moving.
Correct.
The tiger will keep on sitting arms like this, like this. He will just watch. The sambar deer will start progressing. The alarm call of spotted deers are still coming. But sambar has got poor eyesight. Then suddenly when it comes into its range, it will attack. And what they do, they always catch the neck. Any predator would catch the neck and make it suffocated. But in case of spotted deer or barasingha and all that, they are very active because they move in herds. They are in the herds. Sambar is always alone or female or maybe the kids. But spotted deers you'll see huge. So one will start alarm clock that can be a false also.
All will start running.
All will start shouting. Or if one runs, everybody runs. The bhed chal, what we call it, is like that. So it's very safe. Safety is being taken care of in other ways also. There is a distance. You can't approach the predator in so many kilometers distance. You have to give space them to walk. You say ki, I'll go closer and closer. No. Because there are other gypsies and they are using their mobiles. They are taking the photograph and they put on social media. The forest department of that area will take care of it. And the driver and guides are banned for 15 days and they are penalized. So I'm talking about the strict rules. So you can't go closer. If you see tiger walking towards you, you start moving back. You can't go forward. You have to start. So all gypsies at the back, a line, 5, 6, they start moving back. You start moving back. You have to give space. But because of these big lenses, you are able to take the
So I was
photograph.
going to ask you about the lenses and camera that we have here today. Can you just give us a little bit of demo? I'm not demo, just explain us.
Okay, now.
Because
This is basically Nikon camera.
Sorry, Rakesh.
Yeah, sorry. Because this is the Nikon Z9, it is a mirrorless camera.
okay.
It is what you call the flagship of Nikon. The flagship of Canon is different. The flagship of Sony is different. Sony Alpha 7 Mark V is the new flagship. Canon has got R6, it's a new flagship. This is Nikon's flagship, mirrorless. Where that one, if you pick that camera, you see the weight.
Oh, yeah.
This is Nikon D5. That is the normal DSLR. It has got shutter. When you press the shutter, it will make noise. But this will not make. If I
Make
take out
noise.
this, I think there is no noise
Oh,
happening.
yes.
But if I put the lens there, you will hear the noise. So this is Nikon Z9. This is the 500 mm f4 lens. This is 200 by 500 lens. And that's the smallest lens. So various ranges, I've not put up other small lenses. So
And this can zoom into
500 mm. This is 500 mm. So it's around about half a kilometer.
Oh, wow.
So, but when you add a teleconverter, which I have a 1.4, I added it becomes 500 into 1.4, 640. This is 2470. Z
Okay.
lens. It is smaller lens. It is basically used for capturing small pictures when you come close or something. You want to use a landscape photograph.
Yep.
So this way, because 24 is a wider angle, 70 is smaller, so it takes a landscape. This can't take the landscape. This can't take the landscape.
These are focused.
So
Yeah.
there are different lenses are used in the camera. You have prime lenses, which they are fixed, right? And then you have wide angle lenses. Then you have zoom lenses. Then you have tele-zoom lenses.
Okay.
So these are various lenses which are used. In wildlife photography, if you go birding, 500 is not enough. You'll go for 600, 800.
Right. Because they are.
The
Yeah.
birding is at the
Yeah.
height. But now, how to get that? I'm just giving an example. I would love to ask you and people, if you want to photograph and something is down, when you see the photograph, what does it reflect you? If it is, if something is lying here, I take the photograph and I show you, what does it reflect you? What do you understand about it?
I mean,
Any idea?
no, like, what would it reflect? Like, maybe.
I have
just
taken
the
this
object,
picture.
huh?
I have put up this cup here at the bottom and I take the photograph.
Just
right?
top view of the
Yeah,
cup.
that's
And that's it.
what did you word use?
Top view.
Top view. So that means the photograph has been taken from the top.
Top. Yes.
Absolutely right. How did you come to know?
Because it is top. Yeah.
Because you have basic idea,
Yes.
basic concept, and that has come up from the school. Ki the bottom is bottom, top is top,
Yep.
middle is middle. That's the difference. When you go in the field, you learn that, you utilize that. Now I tell you, you are taking photographs with your mobile, right? Why do you sometimes bend down a little bit and take your camera like this?
Angle.
Angle, the height. If you take like this, what will happen? The legs will look shorter and the man will look shorter. But you go down, the height is perpendicular to the what actual height is.
Yep.
So that's what we mentor, we teach. How to take photographs.
So let's say if tomorrow person X wants to learn the wildlife photography from you or from your Rap Safari or Rakesh Aurora's photography, wildlife photography, what is the basic requirement they should have? Like, what is the camera they should what should they start with?
Okay, now see one thing, wildlife photography is an art. There are many parts in the photography. Example, documentation. Documentary photography is done by journalists. They document, they take series of photographs and they present it. So the story is narrated. You have fine arts photography, right? Abstract, that means fine art is abstract. You go to city now, Sydney, and you see tall buildings and you see the mirrors and all that. That is the fine art. How do you take that? But then you should know how to take that abstract architectural photography. Otherwise, the things will look tall or it will look falling.
Yep.
So then you do fashion photography is an art. You have to learn that. How do you learn? Either by Google or you practice or you do courses. But I have done on my own because I went with Panditji, did a lot of photographs. And then sometimes the photographer I used to send him the photographs. He used to comment me, why did you take this? So there are a lot of parameters in taking photograph. So for taking wildlife photography is an art. It is an art. If I am taking your photograph in a function, I would love to focus your eyes, not your nose or anything. Because if I focus your eyes, the catch light coming from that focus eyes is the main thing. I hope everybody is listening. The catch light is famous. I can take a photograph. I can edit. 50% is photographs, 50% is editing.
Yes.
But in wildlife, there has to be 80% photograph. You ought to know what you're doing. Now, with coming to the wildlife photography, people who want to do, first of all, is very simple. You want to learn driving, whether you do manual, whether you do that. You have to learn driving. I give you any car, you can drive. Because the basic concept is driving. Car is not the concept.
Yes.
Same thing is the food. I've made you learn cooking. Different varieties. Lebanese food, Greek food, Mediterranean food, Indian food, right? But if I give you different gas cooking stoves and all that, you will be able to cook
Yes.
because so you have to learn the basics of the photography. Hardly the camera matters, whether it's Canon, whether it's Nikon, whether it's Sony, whether it's that. And then you have to fool the camera. You have to learn the basics. How will you learn the basics? You have to practice, as I said, 10 photographs every day in auto mode. Now there are different parameters. We'll take it in some other time, all these parameters
Yes.
in the second concept. So taking the camera, going in the field, what is happening in the field? If I ask you today in this room, what is more important?
As in for
Yeah,
us,
this recording, what
yeah,
is more
the
important?
storytelling,
So, second thing,
the equipments,
third thing.
lighting. Yes.
So light comes
Without-
first.
Yes, because we first adjusted the light.
Light.
Yes. Yes.
So you ought to know what is lightning, what is light, how light plays the parameter.
Yeah.
Light, what does light do? It goes on the surface and it reflects,
Reflects.
or it refracts. So you should know, if I am in the bright sunshine, how will it reflect?
Right.
Now, how I have to control that reflection?
Exposure
brightness.
of it, yeah.
If you are in a green color, if I want to photograph, the contrast is not there, the focus will not happen in that camera. You have to learn that too. So how will it happen when you go on the field? How many people have mobile phones, Sony or Apple?
Yep.
They
Everybody
take
knows.
photographs and they put it. And now that itself has got the, I would ask
AI
you
editing
one
tool, yeah.
question. Algorithm. There is an algorithm in the phone. Same thing, there is an algorithm in the camera. So it works and it takes photographs. But inside of your heart, you should have that passion to learn it.
Correct.
You can be a wildlife photographer, any field you take, top, you can present. Who doesn't travel in the world? Every person travels. In Sydney, who does not buy the investment property?
Everybody buys.
Wants
yeah.
to buy, Indian especially
Yes.
investment.
Everybody buys.
So who does not? So there are so many hundreds of travel magazines. You do wedding event. There are hundred of wedding magazines. Come out with good photo. It's a hobby which will not give you dementia in your old age.
Even your pictures are your pictures are published in travel magazines, right?
Yes.
Which is a travel magazine that we have
It is. We have come up in Australian Travel Magazine. It's only photography, Australian Photography Magazine, and we have come in Luxury Travel Magazine. It was 6 months contract, and they will renew it later on.
Wow.
But Australian Photography Magazine, it's for 1 year. We are advertising in behind the buses and all that. It's not promoting safaris, I'm telling you. One more thing I'll tell people. It's not promoting Indian wildlife, my safaris. I want to promote India as a wildlife destination.
True, 100%. Like, I was impressed when I heard that. And about the way you speak with the passion that you bring into the wildlife, it is not about rap safari. I always feel like you connect with that interior of those jungles, with the, as we said, with the predators, with the raptors, and the way you describe everything, it just comes out of your passion. And I can believe, like, when people are visiting with you, or the passion that you have given to your team would only enhance the pleasure of traveling.
Yeah, my operations, Mr. Gagan, is an operations mentor. He has been featured in Nikon India Creator magazines. He is a creator. Wow. He's whatever Nikon comes up with the new flagship instrument or equipment, he's given free of him to see and charge. He's there. Why he's doing it? Because he's dedicated his time. He was in Australia. He was in Sydney. He's a Sydney citizen.
So
Australian.
tell me one thing, is it too late to book for April tours for you?
No.
For yours?
No.
No, not right.
No, it's there. You can book. People can book. There is nothing like that. Only thing is that you pay the highest price because there, in India, there is a very wonderful thing. A VIP quota, Tatkal quota,
Yes.
where you don't have here. You have here reservation.
Yes.
If you are in a train, you have a special quota. If you are in Qantas, you have a special quota for Qantas. But you don't get the priority till it's a vacant.
Yes.
But there you have the quota. So people are hungry. You pay the money to the forest department. I want in Tatkal quota. Your Tatkal quota, you are paying 2.5 times the price. You get the safari.
Yes.
But then you should know what you want to do. I will not love or entertain people who just want to go for the sake of going to the jungle. No. Please go and love the jungle, enjoy the environment, and then you come back and tell us we enjoyed without pollution, without traffic jam. There are 5-star hotels,
Yes.
there are 3 stars hotels. I don't know how many resorts do you know have come up in any idea in Indian news you may be seeing or
See, if you ask me about Odisha, Odisha has right now put eco huts by government, and these eco huts are put in all those sanctuaries and all those conservation places. You can book it through government. It's online book. You go there, they plan your thing. So I know that government is doing a lot of thing to come up with the privatization. Like that's coming up a lot of thing. Lot of places to stay have come up.
you know, Uberoi, Taj Hotels, Mahindras, they have come up with resorts in all jungles now.
Yes.
Because people, but the sad thing for me to understand why these big industries, hoteliers, resorts are promoting weddings and events. Now, people don't want to go to places where they want to do weddings in Udaipur, Jaipur, in the royal palaces, or they will do in the jungles or in the jungles resort. So because when there is a lean season, people have money, they do weddings there. But in my organization, in our safari trips, we have all resorts which are catered by only photographers, naturalists, or conservationists. So you have peace of mind. So when you go there and stay as a family, you talk to them, you come to know he's a photographer, you can share, you can learn, you can know how to photograph. So photograph is not, you won't learn in one day.
Yeah, of course.
I
Yeah.
can give you, I'm writing a book, I can give you 16 points wildlife photography is an art. Sometimes the focus is not there. The cheetah, the leopard is running and you want to photograph. So how, but still something is better than nothing.
Yep. Of course.
So that is called panning. We pan it like this. He is running, we pan it. So always, and we do in a continuous mode. We don't do in manual mode. We do in continuous mode. We do in aperture priority. So there is a triangle, exposure triangle comes in. You ought to know f-stop. You ought to know the shutter speed. You ought to know the ISO. You know, I ask you people, and when you're going to promote this, there was in our olden days, there was film reel, film.
Yes.
Yeah? So what was there, 100 ASA or 200 ASA or 400? If you want to take photograph in the night, you take the 400 ASA film. You don't take 100, if you remember. So same thing, ISO plays the role of, when there is less light, you pump the ISO.
Yep.
If you want to blur the background, you take the lower aperture. But there is a clause in it that your lens, the photo length of the focus point should be, shutter speed should be just like as your camera lens. Suppose it is 500 I can't put less than 500.
Correct. Obviously,
Otherwise,
yeah,
it will
yeah,
go blur.
Yeah.
But then now these cameras lenses have become so versatile. They are so good. They have put a shock absorption in it.
Okay, so the shake is
Shake
not.
is
Yeah,
not.
I got you.
But then you ought to practice.
Yeah, of course. Everything comes with the practice and
There is a
about
way.
learning the theories.
There is a
and
way
all.
to catch a lens. There is a way to catch a camera. I've seen people doing it like this, like camera at the lens. I keep it like this is an arm. It comes here. This is the lens, and your legs should be a little bit apart.
Yeah.
So there are tricks. How will you learn? You can go in the college and study, but that is practical, not practical. That is theoretical, but you have to practice. Anybody can be a photographer.
So before we conclude, I want to know the big moment. What was that one moment in the wildlife when you have visited 900 times that made you like, this is the moment I want to just stay and the moment should not pass away, or it's like awesome moment for you, for your life.
My first tiger visit.
The
That
one
was
where
it.
he came
Yes,
to
the
you.
when I saw Spotty, I got a very good photograph of her drinking water, coming, resting, tail up, down, stiffness, licking the tongue, licking the limbs, and all that, and then yawning. That was my first, because I never saw a wildlife in a wildlife habitat. That was amazing. It was We know we were running lack of time, but still that time was wonderful. And
Great.
I can't forget that. Still it has in my mind. And I've seen her litters. I've seen her litter after that, Dottie and then Solo and all that things, because that was my first after 6 safaris, seventh one. And then every safari event, it does not mean that you see tigers in every safari. I may have missed in 400, but I have photographed other wildlife.
Obviously, yes.
We call wild boar, we call spotted deer giving birth. I've seen the spotted deer giving birth. Can you believe? I've seen mating of the spotted deer. Sambar. These are some basics, means you enjoy it. You know what is life. You come to learn the life of animals which are not yours. Love them. They don't know you. The proverb in jungle is called, they have seen you, you have not seen them.
Correct.
They call it.
Oh, wow.
So love them. Go and see. Enjoy your trip. Give back to the whether you go to Africa, whether you go to Borneo, anywhere you go. But make your sometimes trip to the wildlife. Understand how much things will you learn. Nature, communities, culture, the temples in India and all that. Even in Africa, you go, you learn so many things.
Yeah.
There is a river, the wild beast migration. Something
Right,
you
right.
learn.
Wow. And that was amazing. Like the chat today was really amazing. It was so much of eye opener for people like me also, who comes from India, but we haven't seen that part of India. If you would have asked me before October, before I met you, I would have said wildlife. I was thinking like, oh, I have to take my kids to Africa. I have to do this, that. But once I met you and I understood the kind of safaris that India has now, I'm really impressed. And as I said, I'm in 2027 January, I'm planning to take my
No, yeah,
kids
but
to.
I'm telling you, Vikas is already in India, my operation Vikas Shah, and he's gone to Pench and Tadova. I'll send you some photographs. Kindly put in your podcast.
Of course.
And it's a recent one. Tigress with a kill, tigress with a cub, and they're playing. How the wildlife plays, you ought to come to know. He's running up in his mouth with a camera trap. He pulled the camera trap, the cub, and started running. They're playing, they're hiding.
Oh, wow.
As we play hide and seek. So, means it's just loving.
And all the B-rolls in our whole podcast will be the original pictures and videos taken by Rakesh or his team. It won't be anything from stock. So you'd know actually what kind of images they're taking and what kind of safari they are giving. There will be a lot of pictures. And if you really, really want to know more about him, his contact details, his Instagram link would be definitely there. Please do follow him. Support this kind of adventure. Our kids are going away from nature. They are so much into devices.
Yeah,
and
they will go extinct. You say in Africa, people say giraffe will go extinct, hippopotamus will go extinct.
Yeah, by
Our
the-
kids will not be able to know. And I tell you, teach your kids about photography. Give them a second hobby. Sports, different. You tell them to do sports photography. Take the camera, they are playing sports. Parents should go with a camera, with a mobile, take the photograph and edit it. There are lot many apps are there.
Yep.
Afterlight, these effects and all that. Everything can be done. But it will refresh your mind.
Now, I also believe that
Otherwise, you will make money, you make houses, everything. Like, Dil Chahta Hai. Have you seen that Indian movie?
Yes.
Amir Khan,
Yes.
Tare Zameen Par. And he have other so many pictures, other so many celebrities. Mr. What's his name? He's come up. Travel is you may have. But I give you a story of Steve Jobs, just concluding. Steve Jobs was an Apple entrepreneur, He came up with Apple.
Yep.
And how did he came up this Apple? Everybody must have known this story.
Yeah.
So, but his last stages were very bad. He was suffering. What did he say in his biography? He said, I made Apple. I never wore Apple Watch. My kids never wore Apple Watch or had an Apple phone. I only used to wear this much something dollars because I wanted to see time. But I made an empire of it. But in my last stages, nobody is there with me. I miss traveling and I miss the friends wish I would have traveled with them.
100%. I every year we keep travels as our gift to the kids. Every term end we'll go somewhere. We say toys are okay, play dates are okay, but you need to do the traveling. It can be anything, even if it's just a camping in a somewhere here, but we have to do it. And I
You go
really
anywhere in Australia, you go anywhere of the world. Please give your time to regenerate. It gives a bonding between the family.
yes,
It gives
100%.
bonding between the culture, between the nature. I don't say about mines or India. But India is, because I'm an Indian, I've come here as to say India is a wildlife destination, but India is very rich. Every country has got bad things.
Exactly. And what would be the great gift for your 13th birthday, 10th birthday, 18th birthday, taking them to the wildlife and reconnecting them to the nature when they are so much immersed in devices and all. So, with that, we'll conclude. Thank you, Rakesh, for coming to our show. It was really wonderful to have you here.
Now we should. I think you should plan different times after this episode. You should come up with the camera terminologies. Then you should come out with the various national parks of India. Not because this was a normal and introduction today. So when people will come to know camera controls, what
We
does
are
this
going to
camera
do that
do?
with you, yes.
And national parks of India, tiger reserves. Then you have wildlife sanctuaries. And some cases you may come up, somebody may call you and say, I'm going to, I think in one of your recent commitment, one of the family was
Yes.
traveling to
Yes.
Jaisalmer. I gave her the number, but she didn't get in. I told her, if you go to Jaisalmer, wherever you stay, tell them to go to Desert National Park. It's only one day. I don't want you to do 6 safaris. Just go for a day in the jungle. You'll come to know culture.
Correct, 100%. And we will do this as a series, as just Rakesh said. In every 3 or 4 months, there will be something new coming up, and that will be great.
No, you're welcome anytime. And I think this will be an eye opener to the people. They should get up. Lot of things would come up in the life journey. Lot of things are there. Kids are growing up, studying, family, everything. They should work hard. They should see. I would say every month you should come up with one podcast.
Definitely.
Either you do through webinars, you can do Zoom meeting with me, and we can record and send it.
Yep.
Thank you very much for the Wonderlab people organizing this. Thank you very much for that, and hope to continue again and again.